Hi Google, Robot here back with another game on the channel. This time we are playing a game called Scarlet Hollow. I don't know anything about this game. All I know is it's made by the people who played Slay the Princess, another game that I don't know much about or played, but I hear that one's good and I hear this one is good too. It looks pretty good too. It's a nice little choice-based visual novel type thing. We gonna see what we'll get ourselves into, you know. My name is Ro Ro Robet. You live in the city of nowhere. That is not how you spell nowhere. Yeah, we live in the city of nowhere. Does not impact gameplay. Yeah. Boom. Select two traits. Traits unlock additional paths and dialogue options. The powerful build, tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness, imposing presence that commands the room, a mean right hook. Mystical, strange and unusual, you see the threats of reality in ways others cannot. I'm clicking that immediately. Talk to animals, you can talk to animals, animals can talk to you, a gift and a curse. Street smart. Good at lying and hard to lie to, fast talker. You can read people and read the room, no door can hold you. Observant with a knack for picking up small details, empathetic. Book smart, well read and rational, possess a wealth of knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher, hot. Extremely good looking, a natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. Okay, so we're gonna go mystical, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go street smart. Should we go street smart or book smart? I'm trying to think. Mystical and talking to animals, though. That sounds fire. Well, it says a gift and a curse, though. Good at lying, hard to lie to. Well, this one says you're hard to lie to. We're picking street smart. I kind of want to pick talk to animals, though. Talk to animals sound kind of fire, though. Animals can talk to you, a gift and a curse. What if we go mystical and keen eye? So we can just, basically, we can just see freaking everything. We need some sort of intelligence, though, I feel like. Street smart, book smart. We're going street smart. Fuck it. If this game is as good as it is, I might actually replay it. You jolt awake as the butt hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you've only just managed to start drifting off. And now here you are, awake again, still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that come before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence into the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops, and seedy depots. Yeah, that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Mystic. But it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made, because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyways, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly. That was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies, we were just doing our usual prank stuff. You know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Street smart. Why are you talking to me? Why wouldn't I talk to you? We're on a bus. Buses are one of the best places to meet new people, hands down. And you're the only person left to meet. So, this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she was really mad and just was not playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real. And jeez, you ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? Yeah, I kind of feel like killing someone right now. Wait, let me see. Stop trying to get a rise out of me. Yeah, I feel like killing someone right now. No, not really. Yeah, all the time. I'm not sure you should be saying all that stuff to a stranger. And I find it alarming that you smile and pretend like you didn't just say that. I'm not sure you should be saying all this to a stranger. I'm gonna just pretend you didn't say that. I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody trying to break your heart, that changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought they'd want to. I'm just gonna kill that woman. Okay, you're kind of scaring me a little bit. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something. I always wanted to go there. Hey driver, how long till the next stop? 10 minutes. Everything all right back there? Everything's fine. You don't have to bring the driver to this. We're just chatting. We're pals. Look, fatherhood is just scary, that's all. Plus her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mom doesn't like me as much, so it'll probably just make things super stressful. She'll understand. She's chill. Anyway, where'd you say you were heading? I didn't! No need to be nasty. I was just asking. Not like I was gonna follow you off the bus or anything. So, if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop, but this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, come to think of it, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see? And there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of stuff myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Are they allowed to put Facebook in this game? Hope they don't die. Usually with games, you know, they usually put like a Temu version of that to avoid copyright, but I guess my lips are sealed. He looks back at his phone for once, focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you didn't get too bored without me around to talk to you. Here, I have something for you. Stranger ruffles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of— Ew, why is it dripping? They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. Noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Really? Okay. I love boiled peanuts. Take the peanuts, no thanks. Screw you and screw your peanuts. I'm not eating those freaking peanuts, so I'm just gonna say no thanks. Not really hungry. There's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal. Assuming nothing goes wrong. Best to have them on hand. The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. So he just left them there anyways. Well, just like that, you're alone. Stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Maybe you'll finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. Almost there indeed. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's I can never know how to pronounce this word. Kia? I don't know. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Robent. You instantly recognize the young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Give her condolences. Looks like somebody needs a hug. Hey, Tabitha. I'm gonna just say hey. Hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns around and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus thing. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much to drive, for the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Dialogue options labeled Explorer can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Okay, we can explore. Guess we're both members, so the funeral can't believe we've never actually met before this. I'm gonna just say how you're holding up. We're not gonna be really jokey about this. Fine. Phew, good to hear. Let's just I know how you're feeling also. You don't have to hide your feelings around me. We're your family, even if we just met. Yeah, I'll just say that. That's probably not gonna go over well, but whatever. Sighs particularly have a sigh. Look, I appreciate your concern, but really I'm fine. Oh, I can just do all of these. I'm not doing the top one, that's too jokey. I'm gonna just do this one. So the funeral, it's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. It's almost a week, I got a little early. Have you worked out the details yet? Since I'm here, you need help with planning. Yeah, you need any help? It's actually been fine, just needed a coffin and somebody to dig the hole. Okay, explore. Can't believe we never actually met before like this. You have your mom to thank for that, or ad, I guess. Mystical. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Scarlet and the old Scarlets. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. Holy shit, there's a lot of dialogue options. It's not like my mother right now. She hated the side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. There's some things in life we get to choose. I know what you're going through, but that comment was unnecessary. Is there bad blood between us? You don't know me and I don't know what my phone I'll just go the mystic route. She's probably be pissed about that. She chose to leave. I might just remain silent on that front. And here it is, Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to crumpled apartments. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Holy Christ, I can't read. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. The jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive. Each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Fortunately, due to the current state of the house, only few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. Floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. Wait, is there a save? I don't know if this game auto-saves, so I should probably, like, do that. Only the hallways you need to get used... Wait, only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Street smart lies, beautiful. I don't think I've ever been to building as powerful as this. This place is falling apart. I'm gonna just say, so you live here? Yeah, I'm letting you stay here for free, so mind your manners. Or did your mother not teach you about those? Yo, why the hostility? I didn't even say nothing crazy. See, I should've... You're lucky I'm nice, because I could've, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get this tour over with. You know what? That's a good idea. Put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from the town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixes for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Some explore options prevent you from taking others. Okay. Damn. Okay, let's see what we got here. I've always dreamed of having a kitchen like this. There's no need to lie. It's nice. I ain't gonna be a dickhead off rip. We're gonna keep it cute for right now. It's a kitchen. Oh, okay. You ain't gotta be a dickhead. Damn, all them options that went away. Okay. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? Well, aren't you fancy? Yes, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online though, so I wouldn't be going with you. But I'm your guest? Aren't you supposed to take care of me? I am, hence the PB&J fixings. They should get you through the week. This cheap-ass house. Whatever, I like PB&J. How'd you know it was one of my favorites? Get your cousin to flash her pearly whites? Wow, I got a freaking achievement for that. That smile can't be real. Is that even a smile? It looks like she's like scared or constipated or something. I didn't, but good for you. What if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know and there will be consequences. Alright, fine, Jesus. What's next on the tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Pet the cat? Absolutely pet the cat. Before following your cousin down the hallways, you decide to pet the cat. She bites you hard and hisses violently. Right. As you've now learned, you should not pet Frau? If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Why did you name your cat Frau or Frou or whatever the hell you pronounce this name? What's wrong with you? The bathroom awaits. Do y'all got some bandages? Because I'm pretty sure that cat just bit me crazy. Anyways, you once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces. For the time being, you'll feel lucky to not have fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show, it's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Damn, this bathroom is dirty. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. I sure hope we don't have to go number 2 in this freaking place. Oh, what a wonderful... I'm not just gonna lie. Actually, I don't need to go. Wait, before I do that, we're gonna explore a little bit. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Yes. You sure this toilet even works? Why wouldn't it? Water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. It's so crusty. I'm just gonna remain silent. You know what? I don't need to go anymore. You aren't desperate enough for this. Yeah, I don't need to go anymore. I don't need to go anymore. You might as well try since we're here. Y'all got another bathroom that I could use, possibly? There's my bathroom and my departed mother's. This one's the guest bathroom, so you should get used to using it. Hopefully all we have to do is just pee. If we have to go number 2, that's gonna be a whole different problem. You do what you must to return your cousin house. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying not to be rude since I am a guest here, but it's like, holy Christ, this house is a mess. Guest bathroom, last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half an hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone had died here. No, people have died here. Closet's full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. I feel like if I try to ask this, she's not going to answer me. But I could try. People have died here, haven't they? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously, people have died here. Okay. Who used to sleep here? Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. Now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Put it down behind it. It seems a little dusty. We'll do this one, and then we'll just... Nah, we'll remain silent. I'm not trying to piss her off, too, like, already. You can't think of anything you'd like to say, but if there's one thing for certain, it's that you're not the sort of person who likes to, or even knows how to verbally end conversations. You remain silently and wait for Tabitha to say something. Take it. You don't have any other questions? Good. Follow me, I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away, others down the line. Interesting. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. What is going on with you? Yeah, let's just be direct. Fuck it. Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here, but you haven't exactly been easy. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Just stay out of my hair, okay? I have work to do. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every other Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. That sounds impressive. Don't you think about things you could be doing with your life? Gross, what a call. There is a lot of... Hashtag girl boss. Wait, Damn, I can't believe you're only in your 20s and already running a coal mine. Hashtag girl boss. Don't patronize me. I know you have nothing to your name, Robent. Joke's on you, pal. She's right. Actually, I don't have anything. Yet, just a dollar in a dream, you know? Let's just keep going. Any other insane questions before I leave? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? There's a very demanding job I should be getting back to right now that doesn't include figuring out active. Okay, you don't gotta be a, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be a little dick about it. Okay, there's historical buildings to look at. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Again with that smile of yours. Do you think you take me to town before you leave? No, it's just down the hill. You can walk there yourself. Sure you can't take the day off? No, some of us have responsibilities. Chill with your cuz. If you think about it, isn't family the greatest responsibility of it all? Ha! That's rich coming from someone whose mother abandoned us because she didn't want to run the family business. That is not my fault. I can't control what she does. Also, like, bruh. And now here I am, the only person left to manage the estate, and here you are asking to take me away from my duties to hang out with you. I'm going back to work. Stay here, go into town, do whatever you want. Just keep me out of trouble. Alright, but like, when you come back though, like, we should, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leads through the front door, and now it's just you. You in the sprawling, decrepit estate. Go straight into the forbidden wings of the estate. Nah, I ain't go. Let's get something to eat, actually, before we just start exploring things we should not be exploring. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of this place, but the aggressive growls of your of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Check out the garden? Ooh, I do want to check out the garden. Let's eat first, though. Or can we come back and check? No. Eat first, then we explore. Go to the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie, stay out in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, other words, okie dokie. That's funny. You open the fridge, you already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Grab ice cream. Oh, we can't do that. She'll be pissed at us. Examine old takeout. No, let's not touch anything that's not ours yet. Let's just keep it nice and respectful for right now. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking your expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. It's either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tipitha actually uses. All you need is a plate, knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. Yeah. Turn to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Let's go to the pantry. Tipitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Oh, we got bread and peanut butter. Pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some peanut butter. Well, the peanut butter isn't here. Jif? Peanut butter. Or is it GIF? I never know. I always call it GIF. The king of nut butters. Okay. And only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. That's kind of nasty. All you need is a plate and a knife. Okay, close this. Cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tipitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a bowl. What the heck do I need a bowl for? You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. Yes, sir. Let's go to work. Make that PB&J. Wait, I kind of want to check out the garden before I do it. The garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be safe, but who's stopping you from venturing deeper? Let's eat first, actually. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. A job well done. And I got an achievement for that. So nice. All that hassle and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Okay. Oh, I can't go to the garden now. I guess it's because I made the sandwich. Okay. I don't want to mess with the cat right now. Because you might bite me again. So I'm going to leave you alone now. What do you want to do next? Keep exploring the kitchen. Might as well head to town. Sell into your room. Investigate the forbidden rings. Let's go to my room. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey has started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance of your room. Take a nap. Look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you own this place, you totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You go out and pull weeds, chop trees. Gosh, topper trees, and to do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. Once it was done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have had a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do that, just not right now. Okay, let's put my spare clothes. Why is there a possum? Why is it in the dresser? Pardon me. So like, I guess I will just not put my clothes in there. Okay, there's another one. You open the next drawer. It's empty, as good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you had been better off keeping your clothes in a nice, clean bag, but it's not going back now. Oh, well, I guess I should have thought about that. What's in the closet? You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of the closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll. We probably should not be touching the doll, but I'm going to. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, "Property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you." Close the closet behind you. Examine the paint on the wall. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Okay, I'm not taking a nap, because I actually do want to Should I investigate the wings? I feel like that's probably not a good idea, but hey, nobody's around. Oh, I can take a little peek and deluxe. Of course. An insurmountable obstacle for most, but a mild inconvenience for you. Oh, I can get through. Oh, they didn't. I got an achievement for that one. As the locks break, the doors moan open, revealing the entrance to what once must have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from another room. The forbidden wings are yours to explore. This was a mistake. Lock the doors and forget. On second thought, you know what? We already broke the lock. We might as well go all the way. You can see why your cousin warned you against coming here. It's clear that the chaos of nature is doing its best to reclaim this place. Years of detritus have piled here like gathering leaves, and the tiled floors have been torn apart, destroying the order that once made this place beautiful. Piano you heard from outside the ballroom has grown louder, wherever it is nearby. Maybe it's just a self-playing model, or maybe you aren't as alone as you thought you were. Examine the painting. You make your way over to the painting covering the far wall. The family tree. Angry scratches cover the space where your mother's should be. Okay, piano. As far as you can tell, there are 3 exits to the ballroom. There is, of course, the door you came through. On the far right is the door beyond a broken floor. Dead end. Across the room from where you entered is the 3rd and final exit. Glass doorway you can just barely make out behind a pile of broken furniture. Move to investigate it closer. As you approach, the playing grows clearer. Without a doubt, the piano's behind this door. I mean, we're already here. It's just too heavy for you to do. I shouldn't snack up. Oh, I need to it's because I didn't have strength. You return to the edge of the sealed wing, carefully reattach the lock. I'm glad that we were able to, like, lock it back, though. After what you've seen and heard in the ballroom, you weigh how much longer you should have even stayed in the estate on your own. Well, it's time to go into town now. With your cousin gone, there's nothing for you to really do here. You leave the estate and head out to explore the town. Explore every room of the estate before going to town. Wow, okay. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you and clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it is the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. Continue down the path. Finally, you made it back into town. The holler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up. Their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh look, it's a dog. Gretchen, come back! Quit. Oh, I didn't get to read that. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Tell me more about this wonderful creature. Yeah. Gladly. Her favorite food is Cheese Whiz. Her favorite toy is an old sock I sewed to look like a squirrel, and her favorite show is Murder, She Wrote. Sometimes I leave it on in the background while I'm working to give her something to do. She'll actually sit in her little bed and watch it, like an old lady with her programs. How'd you two meet? My mom was a vet, so she used to visit the regional animal shelter on weekends to do checkups. When I was real young, I'd go with her to volunteer, which means I'd do a little bit of manual labor and play with the dogs for the rest of the day. One weekend, believe it or not, someone dropped off this little 1-year-old pug that outgrown its cute puppy stage. When I went to clean her kennel, she looked up at me with those big, watery, nervous eyes, wagging her entire butt and whimpering like no one had ever loved her before. I could not fall head over heels, you know. My parents were rugged mountain folk, so they weren't big on toy breeds, and at first, they refused to even consider adopting poor Gretchen. But I kept visiting every week, and soon enough, they caved and let me take her home. My dad still wasn't too keen on her at first, but soon enough, he was taking her out on the trails like she was a hound dog. Sorry for talking your ear off, I can't help it. I could prattle on about Gretchen for hours. But where are my manners talking to you for this long without introducing myself? I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of cool folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Thank you? Question mark. You're in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? I wouldn't be caught dead at a funeral. Oh, that's funny. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Nah, we'll say yeah. I just got to town today. Wow, I didn't think there would be anyone else coming. Are you staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? Haven't seen her since Pearl and Death passed, or for a while before that, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I feel like whoever I met today is the real Tabby, it's just a mask that she wears. Yo, this game has so many freaking dialogue options. That's so fire, though. I'm gonna go Mystic, though. I feel like whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha, just a mask she wears. I hope that's a metaphorical mask you're talking about. To tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges, but most people don't really catch on to that. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying here, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might expect it, she was a little more than prickly. I managed to soften her up a little bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. Oh, if you just got into town, you must be starving. Actually, I just ate a PB&J sandwich. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they got amazing biscuits, my treat. But, I mean, if you're offering, you know, biscuits, you know, who am I to say no to such a request like those? Hell yeah. Awesome, let's go. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life, all of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Damn, y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. What are you looking at? I'm gonna just stare back at him. You silently stare at the patrons, unsure of what to say, or perhaps unwilling to break the silence. Hey, this is Tibitha's cousin. He just got into town for the funeral. I'm showing him around. Stella moves to the nearest booth, and you quickly follow. There's no need to be nervous, you know. They won't bite. Hey, Stella. I went ahead and fixed you up with coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. You can hit the H button to hide the text box. Okay, but then I can't read anything. Anything for you? Name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Isn't bacon bad for dogs? Dogs love bacon. Can't say no to a little face like that. Gretchen's like one of those 110-year-old ladies who had a daily glass of wine her whole life. So why stop now? Maybe it's been the secret of her longevity. Anyways, don't worry. I always keep an eye on her diet. Gotta go in a second. Want anything while I'm still here? Biscuit and a coffee? We'll just get a biscuit. I'll have a biscuit, please. I heard they're pretty good. Best in the county. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. Before you have a chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyway, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slump around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading event at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyways. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. There's a weekly Sunday potluck, but I'll be at the funeral. Oh, okay, it's right after. Okay. Is the potluck a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? No, the Sunday thing is coincidental. It's actually hosted by the library. Not too many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest. Hell yeah, religion sucks. I can't comment on that. This is like the rural South. It's gotta be unusual. I know. We must seem like such heathens. But there's plenty of God-fearing folks in town. They just aren't the biggest fans of the local church. Well, the building's okay, but the pastor's another story. There's just something a little off about the guy. A little creepy. You'll get what I mean if you meet him. And unfortunately, you probably will. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? I kind of assumed I spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly she ran out today. I'll take this option. I'll probably do what I can to support Tabitha through this. That's really sweet of you, but knowing Tabby, I'd have to imagine they'll definitely still leave you with plenty of time to kill. Have you thought about exploring the local trails at all? I'm usually out there a few nights a week for my job, and I'd be happy to show you around. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns biscuit to tow. Here's your biscuit. Whitney says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Do I look like a charity case? You didn't have to do that. No worries, hope you enjoy it. Pick up the biscuit, it's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. The warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it's good. Divinity given buttery form. I kind of want a biscuit now. You take a bite, it melts in your mouth as if nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. This is the greatest biscuit I've ever had in my life. These niggas, they got the freaking Red Lobster type biscuits. It's like, that's the type of jars that they got. I don't think I actually like biscuits. Like, I know this is a really good biscuit and I eat it again, but if this is the best in the world that biscuits have to, that is not what I said. Wait, was that what I said? I could have sworn that was not what I... Well, I didn't mean to say that. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. I'm a YouTuber. Hey, me too! Yeah! Woo! Yeah. We got something in common. Yes, sir! My fault. Hey, shout out Stella, though. You be doing the Let's Plays, though, you know. Hey, you trying to do a collab. You know what I'm saying? 2026, like, I'm trying to do more collabs. Let's make something happen. You and everyone else. Nah. That's fire, bro. I've never met a YouTuber before. I'd love to check out your channel at some point. Thanks. It's nothing much. It pays the bills, but it's mostly a passion project, you know? She's selling herself short, Robent. Her stuff's amazing. She hunts cryptid. Oh my god, I can't fucking talk. Gosh about your name, didn't they? They shouldn't know your name. Wait, you know my name? Wait, how'd you know my name? Oh, sorry, it's just that most people in town know about you. What? Sorry, that must have seemed creepy. How does everyone know about me already? I guess the cat's out the bag. The holler, oh my god, why can't I talk? The holler's a small place. Everyone knows everybody, and that includes extended family. I was just caught a little bit off guard by that, that's all. I didn't figure out too much. Yeah, don't worry. Nothing Perlan said about you'll stick. That's for sure. You can just make a good first impression and wipe the slate clean with the whole town. What's she been saying about me, though? Oh, jeez, look, I'm sorry I said anything. Well, now I'm curious, though. Hey, don't worry about it. Perlan was a gossip and would do this sort of thing with everyone. Spreading weird little rumors about folks was kind of her trademark. Anyway, weren't we in the middle talking about Stella's illustrious YouTube career? I guess we were, weren't we? I think the best video to start with would be the river one. You know, the controversial one. You want my first video to watch from her to be something that's considered controversial? Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much of footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. Two Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Scarlet pulls out her phone, it's just a clip of something in the river. River Runner. Haunted ice cream parlor. What? I want to see that video. Can we watch the haunted ice cream? I want to watch that video. Some folks say it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I've also had people saying it's a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it is, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own two eyes. Whatever, she should have known. That's an honest to God. Yeah, we'll go to that one. There's no way a capybara would be swimming in the river in the mountains of North Carolina. That's just some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia? But that still counts as a cryptid, right? Yeah, unless someone catches a capybara up there, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment section went nuts for this footage, and then it spread to Twitter pretty fast. First Facebook, now Twitter, and YouTube. There were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It was all a really cool experience, and it meant the video did some pretty good numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping these things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator situation. Yes, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. So one of you allowed to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait! No! Spoilers! I should probably get back to it. It's just sitting around shooting with friends anyways. See y'all around. The coast is clear. Going after skunk what? Girl, what is that? It's like Bigfoot but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, of course, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her desk playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you want to say? I want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? Holy... Oh my god, these dialogue options. Sure, why not? Sure, I will definitely follow a girl I just met into the woods at night to chase after dangerous beasts. When you put it like that, it does sound like a bad idea, but trust me, we'll have a great time. It's been a while since I've had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll kind of be like a blast in the past. I miss those too. Our videos were terrible. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the whole gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave. He's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Crazy. Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. I don't know what voices to give these characters, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just gonna be a complete mess of going back and forth. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. While we're still like in the beginning portion of the game. like don't expect consistent voices out of these characters because it's just not gonna happen. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by or? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind. Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out of the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, he's just here for the week. Anyway, we're gonna go look out. We're going out to look for skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Hey man, that sounds awful. Hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week, so maybe you can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Haha, yeah, I'll bring them. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. I don't know how I feel about that. Are you okay? Is he okay? Yeah, is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He had a lot going on in the past. Gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how much I should commit to doing this week. That's fair, but if you find you have the time, he'd love to meet you. And I think we'd get along. But we can talk about making friendship plans later. For now, we've got skunk ape taunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. Pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. After all, it seems everyone in town has heard awful things about you from your now deceased aunt. Don't leave a tip. You didn't even spend any money. You can't afford to leave a tip. Leave a generous tip. I'll leave a generous tip. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you got it. Smooth out the bill before placing on the table inconspicuously. Why do I feel like this is going to come back to haunt me later? Like I'm trying to be like nice, and then like I'm gonna need money, and I'm gonna be broke as hell. No, it doesn't matter. Slow turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. That's a good shot. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow. You see a situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel strangely calm, a sense of foreboding. Yeah, we'll just say that. Which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and to not dwell too much on the strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest one yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be much worse. That is true. That is very real. It's just nice to feel it chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that felt like a bit of a bummer. We could talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. I don't know if I'd consider that to be fun necessarily. Yeah, let's go with this option. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd get into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever actually happened. It was always just me and my camera in the old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all said and done, I'd just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals. But werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist. Because if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all of that is just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Yeah, let's really ask the big questions. You see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. We're not alone. I hear everything's covered in sand cost. We'll just keep going, Mystic. Everything's covered in sand cost. Whoa, you gotta meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. It's the weirdest thing you've seen out here, other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, this is a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That's pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tentis Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's 5 foot deep, 30 foot wide. You could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed. But you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. There's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. Salvaged a few bodies that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Are you expecting to find anything out here? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to start on my little YouTube channel? But hey, chances are never zero, right? Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school where Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time where I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their little hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside bored to tears. Lassie she is not. It took him an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense. A few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was that time I accidentally stumbled onto the old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everyone sooner or later. I barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Phew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature out of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now, what the hell you are looking out for out here? Skullgate. Sorry, I asked. Who is this you suckered into coming with ya? Wait a tick, aren't ya? Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences, I'll keep you in my prayers. Now, buddy, I'll head back onto town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative of a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damned camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I can help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. But I have yet to see a shred of proof that you've listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabakas or whatever. Something has been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose any more than that. Huh? I wonder if skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no damn skunk ape, whatever the hell it is, that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stellar. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Them sons of bitches are sneaking, of course. You wouldn't find any at one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's beginning at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s. Even those were a little iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes and saying some river monsters, blah, blah, blah. Let me just start over. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple of school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed. Your Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezer like old me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. Sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You leave those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out the woods tonight. As Duke's words leave his mouth, an existential dread begins to pull at your chest. Something's waiting for you deeper in the woods. Whatever it is, the three of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. Dope buttons. I don't think this night ends well. There's something deeper waiting for us in the woods. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Yeah, I know, I'm hunting it. What if it's not a mountain lion, though? What if it's... Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of damn paranormal investigator, do you want that to be his legacy, girl? And besides, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days in the chicken coop, might as well spend a big old hour to eat sign on it. And if I don't nip this in the bud tonight, you know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. Estella and Duke both root themselves in their stubborn insistence. This feeling from before gains form and clarity. Something fated has been locked in stone. Somebody here is going to die tonight. Oh shit. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor. Who knows what that'll mean for my career. I mean, we can try. They probably won't listen to me, but I'll try. Why even try to warn them? Fate is fate. There's no resisting it. You know this. No, what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? I don't know. I have a will feeling I get sometimes. A bad feeling. It's never wrong. Are you trying to say you're psychic or something? Ask again later. Don't count on it. It's just a gut thing. I wouldn't call myself psychic. I'm gonna rule out the possibility if I were you. Ah, hush, both of you. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I'll let y'all go off in the woods and film your little video. Babette, I think you freaked out Duke enough for one evening. Maybe we should lead the poor man to his wild goose chase. I'm not freaked out by your friend's theatrics, but if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along and stay out of trouble. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. Not with Duke and his shotgun out there waiting to blow our heads off. You don't have to worry about old Duke. I've been out tracking with him before. Man, sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. Bro, something bad is going to happen if you stay here. Wait, you don't want to dip out now. The sun's about to set. These are just about to get good, I know it. I don't know. My gut feeling is telling me not to go along with this, but like I also like don't want to like leave her alone because what if she dies? Because what if she dies because of me? Like what if I leave her and she dies? Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it won't. Maybe none of us will die. Maybe it's all just a stupid superstition. Oh my gosh. You can never know what up here. There's a great overlook of the path. We can start here. Go on an adventure with your new friend. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Bro, I'm so freaking terrified. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Rabent, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching. Stellars, I can't be your intro. Or your outro. Or whatever it is. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this gorgeous scenery. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you. Something unavoidable. Though what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. What? Quietly look into Stellar's eyes. You look into Stellar's eyes. Your gaze meet, and the two of you enjoy a brief moment of comfortable silence. Only for a bit to be pierced by a loud, percussive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. No, I'm sorry. I had to pick it. We need to come to terms with your own morality. Yeah, this is the sound the deer make when they want to warn the rest of the herd about big, scary predators like us. Check it out. As you and Stellar hear... Why do I keep saying Stellar? Hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods. She reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains... Oh my god, what happened to you? A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Yo, what happened to you? And then it's gone. What in the world is going on in here? Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. And they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? There's something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Why did you bring Gretchen with you? I actually find it to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptic hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around in the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? No, it's never too late to turn back. No, if you want me weighing you down. Don't be so hard on yourself. You just aren't accustomed to the sounds of the forest yet. When you go on your first few night hikes, everything sounds like some horrible monster that's just waiting for an opportunity to shred you to bits. But eventually you realize it's mostly deer and raccoons, which probably won't go out. What do you mean, probably? Take a quick snack break before we get into the night's activities. Maybe some food will help you settle your nerves. After you settle down to rest, Stellar breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Take the trail mix, extra M&Ms. Take a snack bar. Fuck it, we'll get the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff. Mostly M&Ms. And I left out the raisins. No one likes those anyways. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws at a stick, distracted for the time being. So tell me, what's it like in nowhere? Do you have a house? An apartment? You live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be real bent. What do you want to know? Why wouldn't I want to know? I've lived in this town my whole life. Okay. Oh. We get to choose our backstory. A doorless basement that floods when it rains? Jesus Christ, that's depressing. Let's just say we live alone. It's a mixed bag. Yeah. It's just fine, but now it feels cramped. It's like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come let me out because I chose this for myself. As far as they know, I'm happy being there. Lights flicker, the toilet's constantly getting backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. Okay, so we still just got a tragic backstory regardless, okay. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. Got a plant. You know how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room? When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways. Have you tried looking for a different place? Or maybe finding a roommate? There's gotta be something better out there for you. Thought about finding roommates. I've been saving up for something better. I'm gonna just shrug. I don't know. Because my character doesn't know. It's hard to pry. Anyway, what do you do for a living? I mean, I'm not a streamer, but I am gonna pick the option. Yeah, see, look at that. Streamer, YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? Let's do the collab, I'm saying. Oh, no way, a fellow content creator. I guess we've got a lot in common, Robent. What are the odds, you know? What sort of stream do you do? I'm a gamer, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a gamer for real. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? Wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people that meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. Might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. Street smart. A crisp breeze passes over you. You can help but shake the feeling you're being watched. It feels like a presence you felt at the back of your neck for as long as you can remember. Only it's present, it's closer. Oh, okay. Whatever's out there may not be seeing. Explore street smart. I think we're being watched. It might be Skunk Ape. Do your best to pretend it is watching us. We don't want to scare it off. Okay. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Like, your parents aren't around anymore? Yep, you got it. They died a few years back. But it's okay, I've done my mourning. Life goes on. We still get to live in our beautiful family home, just me and Gretchen. It could be a lot worse. Guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club. You really want to say this line so bad. What were they like, though? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Interesting, too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always in the woods on the trail or something. And we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself since his family didn't have much growing up. He always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in the clearing. I had to, though. It wouldn't exactly taste great. My mom was a local vet. The lady all the farms in the county knew to call if the animals were in need of something. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. My mom died very recently, so I get it. It's alright if you need to talk about things. Oh, thanks, Robin. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? Hanging in there. It's a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise, but I'm kind of coming to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. Hospital bills, though, are another story. Can't even imagine how bad that must be. Just like salt in the wound at that point. Showtime. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of this evening were already set in motion before you step foot into Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. There's something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. Demon Stella inched towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out Skunky. Whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. Looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Do we have to, though? Now's not the time to hesitate. If we're catching this thing, we gotta go now. Stella sprints into the woods in pursuit, leaving you no choice but to run after her. Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Oh, she freaking tripped. Ow! Oh god, the monsters got you? Here, I thought you were supposed to be a hard mountain girl. Nah, are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I tripped on something weird. No, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh, jeez, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. Seems like we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitate to spectate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor or could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? Birdie? Birdie, oh no. What happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus Christ! Something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit! That's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. We saw the thing that got a hold of her. We got it on camera too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? You know there ain't such a thing. Examine the chicken. You stoop down and look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Examine. Yeah, we'll just go right for that. God. First you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She can still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple of days. Happened to me once. There's not as much scar these days. I don't know, it looks like there's something in there. Whatever it might be, you know better than to investigate this lump any closer. You've seen horror movies. You back away from the chicken, your curiosity eclipsed by your instinct for self-preservation. Think she's become an egg? Like, one of those things is gonna pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. This isn't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics. That's all. This is just like that deer. Deer? What deer? We ran into one earlier. It had growths like Birdie. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. Within a guttural moan, and another, till suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. I think we should get the hell out of here. Agreed. We've all had enough excitement. Come on, Birdie, let's get you home. Are you guys hearing this? She starts feeling again. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voice in the tree intensifies. It's like you're all of a sudden surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What in the hell was that? You feel a tightening in the leash, pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer, or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. The leash is drawn fully taut, and there's a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you. You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen whines and barks, reaching a fevered pitch, as another creature's malformed hands grasp at her. Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet, and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie, oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watch as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the ground. Her desperate cries go on again. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to choose who to save here. Well, bro has a shotgun, so he should be fine. Realistically, we're gonna save the dog if I have to choose. Get your grubby hands off my bird! Get the dang right for I freaking knew it! Well, I gotta say the dog, though. Like, I'm sorry, but I gotta say the dog. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's mishapen hands. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it's gone. Duke? Oh my god! Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great, okay, step 2. What's step 2? Holy shit. Stella, we need to get our story straight. Duke had a hunting accident by himself. But people need to know about these things. Duke's family deserves closure. The town deserves to know what happened was out here. Maybe the cops will help. No, they won't. It's gonna be harder for them to believe what really happened than to decide the strange rumors comes time. Yeah, that one. You're right. I barely caught anything. But if we got more footage, if we got a clearer shot of these things, maybe we'll follow that blood trail. No, Stella. Stella, a man is dead. You froze. If you go after those things and pull that again, no. A nigga died, Stella. We gotta go. We can't follow the trail anymore. Yeah, we can't do this. We gotta go back. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. We gotta go. Say nothing, continue moving forward with a grim determination. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they stopped following us. Are you sure we shouldn't call the cops? Silently glare. Yeah, I'm just gonna stare a hole into her. Now she knows I'm business. Okay, okay. Gotta take this to someone. My friend's mom knows all sorts of supernatural stuff, and she's usually up at this hour. Let's head over to her place. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Now that you're back on the main road, you must finally be getting reception again. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. Oops. 13 text messages. Damn, I forgot all about my cousin. I didn't think she would be so needy. Hold on, I'm gonna call her. Straight to voicemail. Okay, I'll text her. On red. Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna just say she seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? You can talk to your friend's mom. I'm going to bed. Screw this, I'm out. I should probably go check on her, though. Sure you don't want to stop in first? She makes a killer herbal tea. I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that happened tonight. Sigh in resignation? What does that mean? I really should go back, though. If you're sure I won't stop you, that's what you really want. I feel like I've seen enough. See you tomorrow. It's not like I have much of a choice. We're in this together now. Stay safe, buddy. As far as you know, the creatures from the woods have infested these trails as well. It's too late for you to turn around. You either make it back to the estate, or you won't. Opens. You turn to see a shadowy figure in a miner's jacket, staring from the path behind you. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. You're finally where you're meant to be. Run? Yeah, bye. Without a word, you turn and bolt away from the figure, sprinting for longer and further than you thought. I'm not standing around to find out. I just saw somebody die. I'm not taking any chances. There's salvation in sight. You make a mad dash to the door. Yes, sir. End episode 1 at the estate. Interesting. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? Oh, man. Oh, man. A lot of stuff. I called you back as soon as I have reception. I don't care. You gave me a heart attack. I probably should not tell her I went to the estate. I got suckered into something. It was weird. Should I tell her that we... She's not gonna believe me, though. I'm just not gonna say nothing to her. She remained silent. You smell like nature and old dog. You must have met Stella then. That explains everything. Okay. I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. Can you tuck me in? Come on, bro. Good night. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. You thoughtlessly stumble into your room. Before you fully realize you're there, you've already collapsed onto the mattress, exhausted. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a bored week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. That was a cool little first episode, though. I kind of like this game. I'm not gonna lie. This game kind of cool, and the fact that they have so many freaking dialogue options that you can choose is actually crazy. There's like so much. I've never seen that much dialogue options for anything. This is definitely gonna be a game that I'm gonna have to like replay multiple different times. Cause even on the Steam page, it said that we won't even experience like a fifth of the playthrough. So we gonna have to play this multiple times and do like the different traits too. I don't know if I'll replay it like right away, but definitely I'm gonna have to give it a second run. But yeah, this game kind of cool. They kind of cooking so far. I kind of like this. I'm definitely gonna continue playing this because I gotta find out what's going on now in the story. I'm invested now. This game looked crazy. I saw a man die. There's creatures roaming around. Like, I don't know. This game looked freaking fire, bro. I'm in it. I'm locked. Y'all got me. Y'all got me locked in. It's like, I can't wait to play the rest of the game. That's for damn sure. Holy. And like the full game isn't even out yet. There's still like what? There's like what, 4 chapters out, I think, right now. And the 5th one is coming out on Friday the 13th. Best believe we're going to be playing that. I got to get in on the action, bro. Scarlet Hollow. We're locked. We're gonna be in for a long freaking journey, I can tell. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. Finish episode. Oh, I didn't even get to read all the achievements I got. Okay, well I'm gonna save it right here then. So then we can pick it up like right afterwards. Episode 2 awaits. Yeah. On that note, if you enjoyed watching me play this game as much as I enjoyed playing it, of course, as always, consider liking, commenting, subscribing. As always, you don't have to. It would be very much appreciated if you did. Make sure you hydrate, eat something, take care of yourself, all that jazzy stuff. I will see you all when it's convenient. I love you. Goodbye.